The calm before the storm through the flames of deception. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Los Angeles buzzed with its usual glamour, but the tension at Forrester Creations was thicker than the golden California sun filtering through the glass walls. The fashion house was in the midst of launching a new collection, and as her brother's assistant, Ivy Forrester felt the heat. With her impeccable taste and eye for detail, she was deeply involved in the preparations. Yet, beneath her calm exterior lay growing frustration and secrets that threatened to unravel her world. In a dimly lit corner of the design studio, Ivy glanced at her reflection in the mirror, doubt shadowing her usually vibrant gaze. She was having an affair with Deacon Sharp, a man with a reputation as complicated as his feelings for Brooke Logan. It had started innocently enough, a shared connection over the struggles of their lives, but it had devolved into something reckless. She knew it was wrong, and yet, the thrill kept drawing her back. In Ivy a voice called, pulling her from her reverie. It was Rich Forrester, her brother. He approached, concern etched across his handsome face. "Are you okay? You look distracted." "Just thinking about the collection," Ivy lied, forcing a smile. Rich studied her for a moment, his brow furrowing. "You know, if you ever want to talk, I'm fine, Ridge." "Really?" Ivy insisted, but uncertainty gnawed at her. As she turned back to her work, her phone buzzed with a text from She's side, knowing he would want to discuss their relationship. But at that moment, it felt like a slippery slope. Yet the thought of him drew her like a moth to a flame. Later that evening, Ivy found herself in a secluded cafe away from the prying eyes of the fashion world. The familiar, rich aroma of coffee surrounded her as she waited. Deacon arrived moments later, his eyes scanning the room before they locked onto hers. "Hey," he smiled, but Ivy noticed the tension in his shoulders. "Thanks for meeting me." "I didn't have much of a choice," she replied lightly, attempting to ease the tension. "You said it was urgent." Deacon sat down, leaning in closer. "Listen, I know we've been dancing around this thing we have, but I can't keep pretending. We need to decide. What's next? This can't be a secret forever." Ivy's heart raced at the weight of his words. "You know it's complicated. With Brooke and the fact that we're practically family," she said, cringing at the thought. "Family," he scoffed. "How can they define us? We're drawn to each other, Ivy." "Doesn't that mean something?" Ivy shifted uncomfortably, torn between her heart and mind. "It does, but what about the fallout? If this gets out, I can't bear to hurt Ridge or Brooke." Deacon looked stricken, his vulnerability breaking through his bravado. "What if we could make it work? Just us, no secrets." Before Ivy could respond, her phone buzzed again. It was a picture message from Ridge, of her and Deacon at the cafe, taken moments before. Her heart sank as dread washed over her. How had he known? "Shit," she murmured, staring at the screen. Deacon leaned over, catching a glimpse, and his expression hardened. "What the hell?" Deacon said, irritation flashing across his face. "Is he spying on you?" "I don't know how he got this," Ivy whispered, panic surging within her. "We need to leave." Deacon pushed back his chair, his mind racing. "I can't be caught in the crossfire of the Forrester drama. I've got my own life to think about." Ivy's heart raced as she stood up, pacing. "You don't think I'm trying to protect you? If Rich finds out, all of this could spiral. I'm done with this secrecy. You're the one who keeps coming back to me." Deacon snapped back. "How far are you willing to go to hide this?" As they left the cafe in silence, Ivy felt a deep divide forming between her and Deacon. The gravity of their situation was dawning on her, and every step backward felt like losing a piece of herself. Days passed, the tension palpable as Ivy tried to focus on her work. But thoughts of Deacon consumed her. She avoided Ridge and the looming collection launch, choosing to distance herself from the impending confrontation that hovered like a dark cloud. Finally, the day of the collection launch arrived, and Ivy stood backstage, her heart racing as the models prepared to walk. Ridge was pacing nervously, directing the chaos around him. Suddenly, her phone buzzed again, and she steeled herself as she saw the text was from Deacon. "Are you ready?" Ivy, Ridge asked, catching her by surprise as he glanced over. "Yeah, just nervous," she lied, shoving her phone back into her pocket. Ridge studied her closely, suspicion creeping into his features. "You sure you're okay?" "You've been distant." "I'm fine, Ridge. Just focus," she replied, stiffening at the probing inquiry. "It's just a show," he said, the warmth reflecting in his eyes. "It's going to be amazing. Just remember, we're family." As he walked away, Ivy felt a pang of guilt clawing at her conscience. Family. It was all tangled up in the threads of her current life choices. She squeezed her eyes shut, wishing for clarity. The fashion show began with high energy, lights flashing and music pumping through the air. Models strutted down the runway draped in the latest designs, and Ivy forced herself to focus. But her mind drifted as she caught a glimpse of Deacon sitting in the audience, watching her intently. After the show, the room erupted in applause, but Ivy felt hollow amidst the celebration. Ridge congratulated the team, basking in the joy of success, but Ivy felt a storm brewing within her. She walked toward the exit, needing air. "Where are you going?" Ridge caught her just as she stepped outside into the cool evening air. I need a moment," she said, avoiding his gaze. He stepped closer, sensing her unease. "Ivy, please talk to me. Is it about Deacon? I know something's going on between you two." She froze at the mention of Deacon. "What do you mean? I saw you talking to him at the cafe. I thought it was just a friendly meeting, but now I'm not so sure." She began, but Ridge's expression grew more serious. "If you're playing with fire, it's going to burn you, Ivy. You don't want that. Trust me. I know what I'm doing, Ridge." "I'm not a child," she snapped, the strain pushing her over the edge. "I need to figure this out for myself." That night, Ivy found herself back at the cafe, waiting for Deacon. The weight of the world rested on her shoulders as she replayed her brother's words over and over again in her mind. When Deacon entered, he looked anxious. "Hey," he greeted, his hope contrasted by the tension in his shoulders. "Hey," she replied quietly, drawing in a deep breath. "We need to talk." "About what?" he asked as they settled into their usual booth. "About us. Ridge knows something's going on," she admitted. "And he's not happy." "Meaning what?" "He's going to tell Brooke?" Deacon said, his voice growing louder. "Are you serious?" "This was all a mistake then." "I didn't say that," Ivy shot back. The argument escalated, voices rising in the once cozy cafe. Ivy felt completely trapped. And then, from the corner of her eye, she saw Ridge stepping inside, looking for her, the expression on his face hardening as he caught sight of Deacon. Deacon turned, noticing Ridge as well. The tension in the air thickened, and Ivy felt the sensation of everything spiraling out of control. "Really?" Ivy, Ridge called, anger bubbling beneath his calm exterior. "Is this what you want?" "Ridge, it's not what you think," Ivy began, stepping forward, desperate to calm the storm. "Not what I think. I see you and Deacon here, and all you're doing is bringing chaos into our lives." Ridge shot back. Deacon took a step forward, his voice firm. "This has nothing to do with you, Ridge. Stay out of it. It's everything to do with me. She's my sister, and you're a man full of trouble." Ridge snapped, fists clenched tightly at his sides. "Stop it," Ivy shouted, pushing between them. "Both of you. This is why I didn't want to drag anyone into this." Ridge glared at Deacon, and Ivy could see the deep-rooted animosity boiling just beneath the surface. "You two have no idea how messy this will get," he warned. "I won't let it destroy our family. Did I have a right to be happy too, Ridge?" Ivy retorted, her voice catching in her throat. "Just because you disapprove doesn't mean I don't deserve a life." After the explosive confrontation, Ivy felt devastated. She managed to escape the cafe, where in the distance, she finally gave in, tears streaming down her face. She had fought so hard for her own happiness, yet everything felt lost. The next day, Ivy received a call from Deacon, his voice softer, more vulnerable than she remembered. "Ivy, can we talk?" "I don't know if I want to," she admitted, her heart heavy. "I need you to hear me out," he insisted. "What's happening between us? It's bigger than we realize. I want to be there for you, but I can't keep doing this on my own." Her heart ached at his words. "Deacon, I can't just turn off my family ties. This isn't just about us. It's about everyone we care about." "Maybe that's the problem," Deacon replied, frustration evident in his tone. "You're too worried about protecting everyone else instead of considering what we have." "Maybe I'm just trying to keep my family intact," Ivy shot back. "You need to make your choice," Deacon said quietly. "You can't stay in the middle. Make it clear what you want." Days turned into a week. Ivy wrestled with her feelings, trying to find clarity amidst the chaos her life had become. Through the fiery tension and heartbreak, she began revisiting her true desires beyond the entangled affair. She realized that while Deacon ignited something within her, it was the family she longed to safeguard. The confrontation with Ridge had been a wake-up call, and she knew something had to change. She penned a note, asking Deacon to meet one last time. It was time to end things, and no matter how hard, it was the right choice. In a quiet park, Ivy found Deacon seated on a bench, looking forlorn. "I got your message," he said, his gaze dark and stormy. "I've been doing a lot of thinking," she began, her heart aching. "I can't keep this up. Not like this. It's hurting so many people, and I can't be responsible for that." Deacon's face transformed from uncertainty to a hard edge. "So you're saying it's over?" "I don't want it to be, but family comes first," he finished for her, a bitter edge in his words. You're choosing them over us, but I'm choosing what's right, Ivy replied, her voice steady though her heart trembled. I want to protect my family. I don't want to be the cause of more pain. Deacon stood up, his expression a combination of hurt and anger, and for a moment, Ivy felt like she was losing a piece of herself. I can't just pretend this never happened, he said, his voice breaking. We shared something real that I know, she whispered, her heart breaking with every word. Goodbye, Ivy, Deacon said firmly, turning on his heel, walking away with a defiant stride and leaving her behind in the fading light. Ivy sank onto the bench, tears spilling down her cheeks. The weight of her choice crushed her. She realized she had traded a passionate flame for the love of family. A decision that bore its own wounds but felt necessary. Days passed, and Ivy immersed herself in work, trying to drown out the ache that still resonated within her. She focused on her family, the fashion show now behind her, creating a new collection that brought her a sense of joy and creativity. Ridge, having sensed Ivy's earlier turmoil, approached her one day with the weight of concern still lingering in his eyes. Are you doing okay? I'm trying, she admitted. It wasn't easy to let go, but I think it was the right choice. Ridge sighed, gathering his thoughts. No Deacon can be a whirlwind, but you made your bed. You have to live with the consequences. Ivy, I'm learning that now, she said softly, acknowledging the truth in his words slowly. Ivy mended her bond with Ridge, rebuilding trust as they worked closely at Forrester Creations. As they crafted new designs, Ivy found joy in her creativity and familial ties, grounding herself in the supportive environment. Months passed, and Ivy had almost forgotten the flame she had with Deacon until one fateful day she ran into him at a community charity event. Good to see you, Ivy, he said, his tone more measured yet guarded. You too, Deacon, she replied, growing uneasy. Been busy, he asked, allowing curiosity to slip through his normally guarded demeanor. Yeah, you know, work, she answered, noting the fleeting glimmer of emotions shared in their past. Deacon's eyes softened, but he quickly masked it. I've been thinking about you, about what we had. It haunted me for a while, but I've thought about it too, Ivy admitted, glancing away, the memories stirring. But I know it was for the best. We had our time, a passionate, whirlwind romance. Passionate, yes, he agreed, stepping closer. But I miss that connection. I miss you. Ivy's heart raced, grappling with buried emotions but firming herself in her choice. We can't go back to how things were, Deacon. Why not, he challenged softly, searching her gaze for lingering doubt, because it would only complicate things. I'm happy with my family and my work, she confessed, her voice steady despite the turmoil inside. Deacon sighed, a heaviness weighted in his heart. I understand, Ivy. You've chosen family, and I will respect that. But it doesn't mean I don't care. I know you do, she whispered, feeling a wave of finality wash over her. As the charity event wrapped up, Ivy walked away with bittersweet melancholy. She knew she had made the right choice, but as she glanced back, she realized they had both emerged stronger from their shared past. In the days that followed, Ivy threw herself even deeper into her family and her work. The pain from the past began to fade, replaced with purpose and determination.